Hello, it's Maxie Moye and welcome to this week's playlist, A Cappella Songs. Recently I've shared playlists featuring collaborations, particular instruments and bands from musical hotspots in the UK. Performances have included many different styles of singing, from Paul Weller's raw directness to the Bee Gees' tight falsetto. This playlist brings together performances that are singing, pure and simple. No instruments, no sampling, overdubbing or elaborate production techniques. Using nothing other than human voice in this way is usually referred to as a cappella. As always, when investigating aspects of music, there are a few surprises. The first is that a cappella is not one word, but two. Like many musical concepts and terms, it comes from Italian and translates literally as in the style of the chapel. From way back, vocal music in large churches was usually accompanied by an organ. Music sung in a chapel or smaller place of worship had to move congregations by the power and qualities of voice alone. A cappella came to mean any music sung without accompaniment, performed by large choirs, small groups or soloists. Gospel, contemporary, barbershop quartets and choruses are typical genre for the a cappella treatment. Mozart, amongst others, was well smitten with the church organ. "To my eyes and ears the organ will ever be the king of instruments." The practicalities of talented but cash-strapped musicians putting the maestro's recommendation into practice are particularly challenging. A modest conventional organ stands 12 feet tall, weighs over 50 tons, occupies 55 square feet of floor space and costs around £150,000 to build and install. Even John Lennon's Steinway Model Z upright piano, on which he famously wrote Imagine, weighs as much as two well-nourished adult vocalists. And so, back to the wonderment of unaccompanied singing. Deke Sharon, an American singer, arranger, composer, director, producer and teacher of a cappella music, sums it all up. The human voice was the first instrument and remains the most powerful and effective method of musical creation and emotional transfer. As for the apparent simplicity of a cappella singing, Steve Jobs, co-founder of Apple, knew a thing or two about simple. Simple can be harder than complex. You have to work hard to get your thinking clean to make it simple. But it's worth it in the end, because once you get there, you can move mountains. Listen then to my playlist of 20 excellent a cappella songs for an absolute buzz from the essence of music delivered with the minimum of technology.